have to block it out. My voice has grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine, but the iron won't subside. No matter what I try.
Oh, not happy to see me?
Ich hätte ja gern wieder ein Pekonschaft. Nein, ein Reittier. Aber war ja klar. Oh, langsam kriege ich Hunger, muss ich zugeben.
Good day for some foraging, wouldn't you say?
Nein. Ja, dü. Wollte heute eigentlich ganz lange spielen. Und ganz lange aufnehmen. Und jetzt habe ich Hunger.
Easy there.
Tschüss. Ich bringe euch euren Freund wieder. Ich
Pretty
glaube.
sure that's the passage Laren's contract mentioned. I should make sure I have my facts straight. Give the contract a quick read. Shellwalkers use this passage regularly, and Laren wants their plating. I just need to wait them out at his camp. Might be a good idea to place some traps on the road first. Catch the convoy by surprise.
Ja, aber nicht jetzt, oder? Muss es jetzt sein? Ich wollte echt über die schreiten, das hat nicht geklappt. Das hat geklappt.
Okay.
Sorry. Na
Looks like the
super.
coordinates Silence gave me match that wreckage. Did he install H.A.D.E.S on another Titan?
Kann ich hier hoch? Nein, ich muss eh weiter.
Oh, they're searching for me. This is it. Location of the coordinates I scanned from the spire. A workshop underneath a dead H.A.D.E.S Titan. Just the kind of place Silence would slink away to.
Stimmt.
But what was he doing here? That device is blinking. I guess Silence wants me to check it out.
Ja.
Some kind of log, most of it's redacted. Looks like Silence put a lot of work into forcing H.A.D.E.S to talk.
Aloy, consider this message a beacon to help guide you out of the fog of ignorance. Using explosives, I've detached the processing orb from the Titan overhead, a perfect cage for our mutual friend, H.A.D.E.S, in order to render it cooperative. Tell her what we discussed about the mysterious signal that gave you life.
Signal only meant for me. Signal was received for 7.22 years and ceased. Cannot compromise. Gaia reboot. But entities will still fail.
Back to that, are you? Perhaps you need a reminder that you have failed. So you see, Aloy, Gaia can be safely rebooted. As for where to find a backup, well, you'll need to trot along after me to find out.
He thinks he's got it all figured out.
Natürlich, er ist der Klügste.
Guess there's only one way to find out where he moved the orb.
Poor H.A.D.E.S. So cramped in there. No room to think. You can't even speak. Now the processing orb of a Titan, on the other hand, well, you're used to that. But once I load you on that, you'll be so much more comfortable. Until interrogations begin, anyway.
Das ist die Werkbank, oder? Sexy. Aber ja, schaut's euch an. Aloy ist ja so fett. War ironisch.
Poor H.A.D.E.S. So cramped in there. No room to think. You can't even speak. Now the processing orb of a Titan, on the other hand, well, you're used to that. But once I load you on that, you'll be so much more comfortable. Until interrogations begin, anyway.
Ach. Jetzt verstehe ich, was du mit Spur meinst. Das da.
So here I am, following along after Silence like a fool. After he tricked me by rigging his lance to steal H.A.D.E.S. A crazy AI that wants to kill everything. He couldn't just let me do the same thing and destroy it. And now I'm gonna have to put up with more of his self-righteous bull. All right.
Ich muss los. Jojo, spuck ruhig rum.
The merchant. Didn't
Oh
expect
there!
Silence must be
What's
pretty
Nora doing
confident
this
he's
far
for the
west?
backup of Gaia, but
No matter, no
How?
matter. I can get you stocked
every
up for the
place
wild.
I've checked, every lead, they've all been dead ends. All backups purged. So what did Hades tell him?
I have plenty of wares. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Na super, da ist Reinholz.
Cauldrons could teach me how to override these machines. But where would they be? Looks like the trail goes into the hillside.
Komme wieder, Drati.
Okay. Let's see where this goes. I guess Silence used that machine to haul his prize. That must be the orb Silence stuck Hades in. And that door. Looks like a Pharaoh facility. Or a Zero Dawn?
Wieso kann ich das Ding untersuchen? Oder?
Come on, Hades. You still in there? Hades? Is that you?
System threat detected.
You don't look so good.
You are the AI. Come to destroy me.
Yes. Permanently this time. Even like this, you're a threat to Gaia. Once I resurrect her.
So you have not yet secured Gaia backup. Then Gaia is dead. Earth and you too. Despite malfunctions, I have won.
Silence asked you where to find a backup of Gaia?
Data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
Right. Because that would have been easy. What did Silence do to you, Hades? It's like you've been hollowed out.
Silence interrogated me.
And what did you tell him?
Data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
You don't remember any of it?
I remember you.
Well,
Danke.
like me beating you at the spire. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Do you know where Silence went?
structures disintegrated.
So you don't know anything more than I do. Great. Do you know why Silence dragged you to these ruins?
Silence intended you find me here.
Obviously. But why? What was this place?
Location is square. Data error. Memory structures disintegrated. My deathbed. He called it my grave.
But you... I guess I'll find out when I go inside. When the mysterious signal transformed you, it made Gaia's other subordinate functions conscious too. You escaped when Gaia destroyed herself, but so did they. Where did they go?
Each function migrated to coordinates based on data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
Bunch of crazed AIs, scattered who knows where, doing who knows what. Hephaestus kills thousands every year with the combat machines it keeps making. And you nearly ended the world. 7 more functions out there, cooking up trouble. It's not a happy thought.
You are unhappy. Good.
Anyone ever tell you you've got a great personality, Hades?
Sarcasm detected.
Yeah, didn't think so. Silence questioned you about the mysterious signal. The one that woke you, gave you consciousness. Who sent it?
Signal transmitted by masters.
And who are they?
Masters woke me to destroy earthly life.
Who would want that?
Data error. Memory structures disintegrated.
Enough. It's time to finish this.
Does Aloy still think she can restore Gaia? Save life on Earth?
Yeah, Aloy does.
Then you are deluded. Extinction inevitable.
What would you know, Hades? Twice you tried to destroy life on Earth, and twice you failed. The only extinction you ever brought about is your own. And there's no tricked out lands to save you this time.
You are incorrect. 3 times Hades extinguished life.
What? You remember this?
Yes, data intact. Non-viable biospheres aborted in years 2154, 2161, 2168.
So? That's centuries ago. It's what you were designed to do.
Current biosphere is version 5. There will be no version 6.
There won't need to be. I'm saving this one.
Deluded. Outcome inevitable.
Master override armed. To activate, state name and rank.
Elizabeth Sobek, Alpha Prime.
Extinction.
Master override activated. Purging extinction protocol.
Last white clear.
Aloy, I see you've dealt with Hades.
Yeah. Think maybe you can stay dead this time?
It will. You can trust.
Trust?
Yes. Trust. As in, since I did what you could never do, and extracted all of Hades' priceless knowledge, You can trust that I was willing to actually let you destroy it this time.
So back to holograms instead of face-to-face? What, afraid I'd stab you or something?
There's a reason
And
I...
using the same spyware. I see, so all those times I called, you could have just answered? But I guess you just prefer to go on spying all this time.
My world stopped revolving around you months ago, Aloy. I've had work to do. Countless hours of research. As demanding and time-intensive as it has been critical to the fate of this planet.
Right, of course. You're just trying to save the world too.
That's right. The difference, of course, is that unlike you, I've produced results.
Did you find a backup of Gaia or not?
Oh, yes. I believe I did.
Where?
Voila. Why do you think I summoned you here? Behind that gene-locked hatch lie the ruins of the ancient facility where the H.A.D.E.S extinction protocol was perfected. A testing process that ran hundreds of trials, each of them using a backup of Gaia.
Hades told you this?
It took some convincing, but yes.
But yes.
Are you ready to go get what you've been searching for the last 6 months? Or are you just going to stand there with your mouth open?
You mentioned you've been busy.
Exceptionally busy.
But not so busy you couldn't teach Tanakh the rebels to override machines, ride them as mounts.
Aloy, the only issue you should be concerned about is obtaining a Gaia backup. Perhaps if you focused more, you might actually see results.
That's not exactly a denial, Silence.
Take it any way you want.
Any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it.
Just to confirm.
Kater, ich habe hier
Hades
gerade
said
echt
that
wenig
there are
Platz auf der
backups of
Couch.
Gaia in there.
Yes. Or were anyway.
Wie du vielleicht gerade auch siehst.
1,000 years
Oder?
ago.
Backups that didn't get purged when Ted Farrow wiped every copy of Apollo.
Correct. According to H.A.D.E.S, this facility could not be accessed by remote signal. Not even Ted Farrow could touch the data here.
Backups. Data complete, Gaia and her subordinate functions. Everything needed to reboot the system. Restore control over the terraforming system, save life on Earth. And there.
So H.A.D.E.S said. So what are you waiting for?
Did Hades reveal the source
Sorry.
of the mysterious signal? The one that woke it, tried to destroy life on Earth?
Oh,
Yes,
fällt da um.
it did.
Care to share?
In due time. First things first, Aloy. Last I checked, you still had a superintelligent AI named Gaia to reboot.
Yeah. The same Gaia who had to destroy herself 20 years ago because of the signal?
It stopped being transmitted years ago. It's no longer a threat.
What if it repeats?
It won't. Even if it did, well... The details are complicated, but the signal required H.A.D.E.S to take effect. Delete H.A.D.E.S from any backup you reboot, and Gaia's safe. Now stop wasting time. And go get a backup.
Bin ich
Alright.
bereit, hineinzugehen?
I'll
Weiß es
search the
nicht.
facility for a Gaia backup. But just to be clear, Silence, if this ends up being another one of your tricks...
It's a gene-locked hatch, Aloy. You're literally the only person who can open it. How could I set a trap inside?
Trick me again, Silence, and our next conversation will be face-to-face. Though you won't have much to say, on account of my spear being buried in your throat.
Aloy, thanks to me, everything you've desired, everything you've been fumbling about, unable to achieve for 6 months, is now within your grasp. Now, I know you didn't learn much about manners growing up a Nora outcast. But in a situation like this, you say, thank you, and I say, you're welcome.
Er ist so ein Arschloch. Einfach Arschloch. Ich habe echt Hunger. Ich würde gerne weiterspielen, aber ich habe echt Hunger. Ich mache an dieser Stelle eine Pause. Ich weiß nicht, ob es für eine halbe Stunde oder sowas ist, dass ich esse oder bis morgen, dass ich weiter aufnehme. Aber ich sage schon mal danke, dass ihr dabei wart und man sieht sich bald wieder. Bye, bye!
We're in control.